Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. I am yours only, Berkosha Alexander, and today I've decided I've been getting a lot of questions asking me about my tubal reversal, different things, specific things. So what I was thinking of, this video is going to be a Q&A and basically finalizing my tubal reversal journey, and I'm branching over to a TTC journey. So that's what this video is. It's a Q&A. If you have any questions and any other questions that I don't answer, you can always comment down below. Ask me. I will always answer questions about tubal reversal. Just because I'm branching over to a TTC channel does not mean I'm not going to answer any tubal reversal questions about the journey that I experienced. Okay, so this is my experience, my thoughts, my plans with my journey. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out there. That's what this is about. Okay. Also, if you see me looking away, as you can see, I am pulling away from my house. Today is Saturday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So today is Cinco de Mayo, and all of my children are gone to a fun day. It's a sports day. It's hot here in Florida, so there's the police officers are putting together a fun day for the kids and my nephew at a basketball game. So they went with my sister to those events with my other sister. So that's why I wonder, you guys probably wonder why I don't have the kids with me when I make my videos, because kids are loud and they are very distracting. So I focus better when they're not around. Every now and then, also my baby girl Vakira, we call her Kiki. She wants to she says, Mom, when you get to 300 subscribers, can we please make slime? So when I get to 300 subscribers, Kiki and I are going to make a video on making slime. So that's just a little side note that I just wanted to add into there. Okay, ladies, what I was going to say is I have my book. I've been keeping notes in my book of the questions that I've been asked. So that's where I'm going to go with this. It's going to be my Q&A, ending my tubal reversal journey, branching over to a TTC journey, okay? And then I'll have some fun videos in there with family activities and things like that on this channel. But the number one question I'm asked is, where did I have my surgery and when? I had my surgery, I had my tubal reversal February 26, 2018, and I had it done in Mexico at Rio Bravo with Dr. Roberto Perez and Dr. Levy. How much my surgery cost, and the reason why I'm going to break this down so you'll understand it, because I've been asked that before, and I know it was under $4,000 for the actual surgery. But when I went this morning, I got my pen and paper and I wrote everything down, you know, as in surgery, flight, shuttle, rental car, and hotel. Okay, my surgery total cost, and think about this, also putting this in mind, my total, including my travel, it was $4,452.65. For the actual surgery was $3,735.00. And that cost for that $3,735, that's not the price I was quoted, because when I got to Rio Bravo and when they were doing my reversal, they had to remove a fibroid. So they charge on their website, it states that they can charge estimated up to $650. That's the price to have a fibroid removed with a tubal reversal. So my price they charged me was $500, not the $650. So that's why how much I was quoted before when they got my my results from. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It was a lady. I was about to run this man over. That's why my price was different quoted. I took extra money with me just in case I had a cyst and stuff, because I had been told I had cysts, and I didn't even have, well, the cyst, they didn't see a cyst when they were doing my surgery. So the fibroid seemed like helped me more anyways with that, as in pain level. The shelter, that was included, that $4,452.65, that's how much it costed for everything. So I'm going to break it down to you. When I scheduled to set my date with Rio Bravo, they charge a $650 deposit fee. So to make your date, you have to pay that $650 deposit fee, and that is deducted from your surgery cost that they give you, the quote they give you. And then my shuttle, what they do is, when I went to Rio Bravo, my mom and I, we flew out of Tampa to Houston, Texas, and it was a connecting flight from Houston to Harlingen. So our flights, for my flight was $382.01, and I flew with Southwest Airlines. I went down a day earlier because if I would have left on the Sunday, if I'd have left Sunday, my ticket was going to be like $200 more, and it was going to be cheaper for me to get a hotel room, which I'm going to discuss that in my prices. So my flight was $382.01 with Southwest Airlines, and then we got a rental car. I got a rental car. My rental fee was a little cheaper than maybe usual for some people because I get a employee state of Florida discount. So my rental car was $50.18 to rent the car for one day. I picked it up at the airport and dropped it back off at the airport. And because we got a room at Best Western Casa Villa Suites. They were very nice and they were clean. And that was in Harlingen, and that was $80.46. So that was for a double queen bed. It was a nice size room, had a refrigerator, it was very clean and all that. So we flew into, when we landed in Harlingen, we got the rental car, we drove to our room. We stayed in the room. We left from the room the next day because they have a shuttle from Rio Bravo that would take you over the border. So we checked out the room the next morning, and we returned the car back to the airport. And then by the time we got there, the shuttle driver was there to pick us up, me and my mom and my mom and myself. And the shuttle from Harlingen was $205.00. I gave him a tip also. That was cheaper. It was more expensive to get the shuttle from Harlingen than McAllen because it's further away than McAllen. And that's how I got my total cost for my surgery. So the total cost for the surgery was $4,452.65, including shuttle, airfare, rental car, and hotel. So that was that, including getting my fibroid removed also. When I had my surgery, the hospital, they provided me with a pain medicine and antibiotic. I didn't even take the pain medicine they gave me. I've seen where some ladies say they wake up, they're in so much pain. That wasn't my experience. I'm sorry if anyone see this video and you go to another doctor, I'm telling you my experience with Rio Bravo. They use a different technique than some doctors, well, most doctors here in the U.S. They use general anesthesia here in the U.S. In Rio Bravo, they use IV sedation and an epidural, and they put a catheter in you also. So when I woke up from surgery, I was not in any pain at all when I woke up out of surgery. And then once the epidural was ran off, I was a little bit of pain, but it wasn't like I'm dying. It was manageable. I was able to take over-the-counter medicine. I even took ibuprofen instead of the medicine they gave me, the pain medicine they gave me, and that was compared to tramadol. That's what it is. The comparison, the name of what they gave me is compared to tramadol. So another question is, that was the pain, how much it cost. How long was I off work? I was out of work for 4 weeks. With my type of work, I'm a dental assistant. I do a little extra things to some people, so I'm up, moving, bending, squatting, and I'm assisting a dentist. I also assist the dentist doing nitrous sedation. So there are some oxygen tanks I have to lift, and I wanted to make sure when I went back to work, I don't like calling, asking anyone to do anything for me if I can do it myself. So I wanted to make sure that when I went back to work, that I was pain free. I didn't have any problems. Another question was, when did I start feeling better? I felt 100% right over 2.5 weeks. Because when I went on my family vacation, if you look at one of my previous videos, you will see when I left, I was still sore when I left, like climbing up into the van. But by the time I got home, I was feeling way better. I could drive with no pain. I didn't have any pain. Completely off pain medicines. Within, I think, 5 days. I wasn't on any pain medicine unless I just had gas X. If you look at some of my other previous videos, what I took with me, what was in my bag, you can look at that to look at everything that I bought to take with me. I'm trying to think of anything else, any other questions I have. I think that's all the questions that I had. Basically was where I went, when did I have it done, how much I paid for it, how long I was out of work. When we can start having baby dancing. Doctor told me that we can start baby dancing after 2 weeks. Nothing into the vagina for 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, you can baby dance, but with a condom. So that was one of the stipulations. Also, y'all are gonna look at. When I was making up this list and writing down my questions, I went through this book where I date things on what I did. And I have something dated for February 27th, the day after my surgery. And this opened my eyes to a lot. I'm glad I wrote it down and documented because it was something I forgot. I've been watching Rio Bravo and following several ladies, which doctors have told them so many times, different times they can start trying to conceive. And inside my head, it was always 8 weeks because that's what they've been telling. Now, I didn't, on my post-op instructions that I printed out on their page, it has 8 weeks. 2 weeks before you have anything. And I remember the doctor telling me, but because I kept this notebook, it was something the doctor told me that it wasn't in my paperwork because it was different because I had an extra procedure done, which is the fibroid. And I wrote it down, and I'll read to you what I actually wrote that day. And then technically I'm not supposed to start TTCing for 6 months. That's a bummer for me. Y'all already know I was already trying to TTC, but I didn't know that before that. Hubby is calling me. Hold on 1 second. Okay, after speaking with my OBGYN, here she told me that in the States, after having a fibroid removed, usually doctors tell you to wait 6 months before trying to conceive again. So I wrote down in my book that after my surgery how I was feeling, what the doctor told me, and I had forgotten it because I was so used to hearing 8 weeks. So this is what I wrote that day. Okay, what I wrote was, I feel good, just a little sore. I haven't had to take any of the pain meds. The nurse came in and removed the epidural and IV. I'm able to stand straight up. The surgery went well. I was waiting for a procedure. The doctor removed 3 out of 4 of the clips, the Hoka clips, and removed a fibroid. It was large. It was basically like a C-section due to the removal of the fibroid. I'm so happy I was told to wait 6 months to TTC. See? I wrote it down, didn't even read over it. Due to the procedure style. I will be flying home from Harlingen to Houston to Tampa, and that's what I wrote. So ladies, thank you for watching. If you have any other questions that I didn't answer, you always can comment down below and I will answer them, okay? Or you can email me. Follow me on my social medias if you don't mind. But I love you, thank you, and thanks for your support. Bye-bye.